Zilla Army, baby, what is going on? Listen, today we have a video from Kian Chopper, and he's going to be going over what Rainbow Six had in store for us, but they just never released it. And this is going to be fascinating. I can't wait to watch this. So buckle in. Let's do a little reacting, and we'll talk along the way. All right, let's go.
Rainbow Six Siege could have been a very different game. From scrapped operators to unreleased weapons and abandoned skins hidden in Siege's history. Some of this stuff would have completely changed the game.
No, stop. Sorry.
History. Some of this stuff
Slime Green wasn't approved.
would have completely changed the game.
I digress.
And trust me,
Ooh, a little AUG action.
The deeper we go. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy. This is gameplay from the Rainbow Six Siege Alpha version from 2015. You could initially pick up weapons and swap it with the one you are holding. I think it was a fantastic idea to remove this feature.
Oh, okay.
Game mode with something like this could be a lot of fun. This is
a limited game mode. Maybe put it in like TDM or something like that.
It's also from the alpha and has never been seen before. It's a defender gadget that flashes you when you walk through it, a little similar to Ella's concussion mines.
Oh,
this gun was
yeah, I love that
designed
idea.
For a zombie. It looks very similar to Buck's C8 assault rifle, but it was actually an early version of the POF9, which is Sen's gun. So originally, a zombie.
I have used Sense once. I think I've only used him once.
Attachment. This underbarrel would shoot out green goo and block holes in reinforcements and other surfaces. And
like a zombie.
Reason, this operator was scrapped. The green goo was changed into throwing knives, and the POF9 was given to Sen.
Okay, well,
the AR-57
all right.
is an unreleased gun that was originally.
Oh, it's not an AUG, it's an AR.
In Year 4, Season 2.
Okay.
It would have been one of the strongest weapons in the entire game, with extremely high fire rate and damage.
Okay, can we all agree on something here? Does Rainbow Six have the worst iron sights of any FPS? Like, be honest, because look at this. This is terrible. That is atrocious.
Damage at the cost of high recoil. There's a very small possibility that this could be added to Siege in the future. And speaking of Nock, just 4 years ago, she was going to receive a game-changing rework, allowing her to walk through certain traps without triggering them.
That's what she should do. Am I wrong? That is what she should do. And Legion. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Ella, Capcan, and even metal detectors and proximity alarms. Ultimately, Ubisoft decided that this would have been way too overpowered, so it never came to the game. Gameplay after death is another feature that was promised to us by Ubisoft.
One of the biggest updates in the works for Siege is Gameplay After Death, which introduces the ability to control drones and gadgets after you die.
Oh, hell no. No.
But was so controversial.
Yeah, no shit. Look it. Aruni is the only one left alive, and people are able to use Maestro cams. There is no way. And they even put the production into it too.
Introduces the ability to control drones and gadgets after you die.
But was so controversial that it was completely cut.
So this is the more controversial hot topic.
Hi, Bolo.
Everybody's talking about it. Gameplay after death. I might have to retire if this shit comes in the game. And I'm glad that the vast majority of the community is against it, because
Did he actually fucking say that?
It is so fucking ass.
Have you ever seen these weapons in the clubhouse basement and wondered why they aren't in the game?
No, I haven't.
These weapons were actually in the alpha version. The PP Bison was going to be a Russian gun,
PP
Capcan, and Tachanka, with a large magazine and low damage, but was replaced by the Russian gun that we have today. The Mac-11 was also in the alpha, and was like a better version of the SMG-11, with a bigger magazine.
We basically have the Mac.
Actually, the Mac-11 was changed into the SMG-11 that we all know and love.
Yeah, okay.
Another weapon
Shout out, Coach.
in the Siege Alpha version is a Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifle.
Oh!
Yes, you heard that right. A 50 caliber sniper was nearly brought into Siege. It would have done a whopping 200 damage, but extremely low fire rate. And as you can see, there is no scope, so it was not finished. The AK-47 is also on the wall of Clubhouse's basement.
How do we not have an AK-47 yet? How do we not have an AK-47 yet? This game has been out for 10 years.
But it has never appeared in Siege before, apart from being hidden inside the alpha. However, we do have Zofia's M762, the AK-74M, and the AK-12, which are all variants of the AK-47.
The AK-12 is awesome, though.
This elite
Absolutely
skin of
awesome.
Thatcher was supposed to be released in year 2.
That's the ugliest skin I've ever seen in my
I
life.
knew Thatcher Elite was coming at some point in time because Old Yogurt did post about it 3 months ago.
There even used to be a glitch that allowed anyone to use the elite animation.
As an example, one of my fans tweeted this to me.
That's hilarious.
Thatcher, and he just got the Thatcher Elite.
Siege fans complained about it so much that Ubisoft decided to scrap this idea and remove any...
Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
Siege fans complained about it so much.
Holy shit, this looks so much worse than the photo posted by Ubisoft. Like, why couldn't they at least give us head matching? Okay. Yeah. Also, shout out spell check there. So they didn't have headgear to match the uniform?
That Ubisoft decided to scrap this idea and remove any trace of this skin.
Good.
The skin was fully ready to be released and even had its own chibi charm.
Hilarious.
In Year 5, Oryx was going to receive a rework that would allow him to jump to the roof hatches. Ubisoft even released this rework to the test server, but the fans hated it. In the same update, they even reinforced every single roof hatch on every map, so attackers would have to hard breach the hatch so that Oryx can jump up, which seems like a fair balance to me. The yellow ping was first introduced in Year 5, Operation Shadow Legacy.
They have had some funky ass like ideas, haven't they? This is insane. All right, we gotta start over. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yellow ping was first introduced in Year 5, Operation Shadow Legacy.
I'm sorry, what? You couldn't yellow ping?
But a lot of Siege players didn't like it because they thought it was overpowered and unfair.
That's why the yellow ping is so powerful, because it's basically a stealth intel gathering device, which means that someone can be spotted without knowing they're spotted, so they're still standing in the same place.
So to stop players complaining, Ubisoft decided to add this new feature that would make a sound every time that you are yellow pinged.
Oh no, I hate that.
Here are some funny charms that should have been released 9 years ago, but were obviously scrapped.
Rook mine. I don't get it.
Shoe. These
Oh
charms
God.
were even teased by Ubisoft themselves. Back in
You
Year
imagine
1.
all the foot fetish people out there just mad that they didn't get that?
This gold ESL charm was in the store for
No
a
idea
few
what that was
hours
even supposed to be.
until it was removed. The people who bought the charm had it taken from their accounts without any kind of refund. I found
What?
an unreleased game mode called Canister
Oh no.
without any kind of refund.
And how much did they show the price?
Gold ESL charm was in the store for a few hours.
It was 15,000 or 300 R6 credits. Why did they take it out though? It's just a gold emblem that says ESL on it. Does it stand for like Eskimo sucking lips or something? What the?
Until it was removed.
What's the problem with that?
The people who bought the charm had it taken from their accounts without any kind of refund.
Okay, if you guys were around back then and you remember anything about it, let me know in the comments. That's ridiculous. People had to have been pissed. Had
I found
to
an
have been.
unreleased game mode called Canister. Pick up the canister to avoid mission failure. This game mode holds a lot of similarities to the Apocalypse event and was probably used as inspiration to create that event. It's kind of a mix between secure area and hostage. Canister toxin stabilized. A random defender would be given the canister. The canister is in your possession, which they can walk around with. Do not drop the canister. You can drop it on the floor to pass it to another defender, but if you leave it on the floor for too long, the canister will deactivate and you lose the round. Pick up the canister to stop deactivation. You picked up the canister. In the early days of Siege,
I hate that.
hitboxes were extremely broken. We were going to get a brand new mechanic. This mechanic would make sparks come off the operator's head if you missed him slightly. So for example, if you're shooting at an operator with a big headgear like Jaeger or Blitz, but you shoot them in the earmuffs, sparks would come from the headgear. You would be able to see
That's cool.
and hear these sparks. There are a bunch of other skins that were cut from Siege, and some of them are really cool.
That's a banana yellow.
This slime green universal skin has been in the game for 9 years, as well as this navy blue skin, but has never been released to the public.
Dude, that navy blue skin was tight though.
Been made
That
a
was
matching
nice.
Attachment skin, which is weird because attachment skins weren't brought into the game until year 5. They also made Blue Nebula, Firefly, and Saffron attachment skins. You might recognize these skins from the R6 marketplace.
I
That's
don't
because
know.
They are in the marketplace, but have never actually been released, which is extremely bizarre. The Knock and
So they're
Mozzie
cheating.
skin were unlockable from a Ubisoft challenge, but then Ubisoft decided to remove it from everyone's.
Why do I feel like? Hold on, 1 second. Why do I feel like? Let me get my mouse. Why do I feel like Mason would really rock this skin right here? This screams Mason to me. I don't know why.
But then Ubisoft decided to remove it from everyone's accounts for unknown reasons. I have
That's-
some really big projects on the way, including custom Siege merch. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Subscribe with notifications on so that you never miss a Key and Chopper video. Please consider checking out my Patreon and becoming a member to my channel to help me continue making quality and unique videos like this.
Dope. That was awesome. That was cool. But yeah, Key and Chopper, he does a lot of dynamiting and everything like that. And he does a lot of spoilers for new seasons. Go check him out. He's absolutely awesome. And you can just skip the spoiler videos and the data mining videos. That's fine too. I watch all of them, so I know what's coming up. But yeah, that was crazy. I can't believe that charm. 15,000 RP or whatever it's called. And they didn't refund anybody that bought it, and they had no reason for it whatsoever. It had to have been a lawsuit, something or other, with something. I don't know. That's absolutely insane. And how do we not have an AK-47 yet? Oh my goodness, I don't understand. Bring an AK-47 into the give it insane recoil but high damage. People will flock to that gun. I swear to God. All right. Guys, this was a blast. Absolute blast. Hug somebody today. Number around 2 hug. Send a text. Make a phone call. You never know whose life you can change. All right. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.